It was a loaded week for Big East women's basketball. There were dominant wins, tight finishes, and teams making statements. Let's get into it. Georgetown beat Butler at Hinkle Fieldhouse 63-46. Layla Jewett leading the way for the Hoyas with 17 points, while Brianna Scott added 11 points as well. Destiny Agubata continuing her strong presence. She led the team with rebounds. She had 7 on the night. Georgetown held just an 11-point lead going into the second half, but then they quickly pulled away. They held Butler to 1 for 7 shooting from the floor in the final minutes of play. The Hoyas forced 13 turnovers and turned them into 17 points. They also won the rebounding battle and had 19 second chance points, a major difference in the game. From there, we shift to Hartford, where UConn put on a dominant performance versus St. John's. Sarah Strong led the way yet again for UConn with 24 points. She is continuing to show why she is the most consistent player in the NCAA. She is shooting nearly 60% from the field on the season. AZ Fudd added 16 points and Glaka Quinones chipped in for 14, giving the Huskies multiple scoring threats throughout the entire game. KK Arnold continued her ways with her energy and strong defensive presence. She had 11 points and made a ton of great plays. UConn's pressure defense set the tone all night, forcing 33 turnovers and turning that into 46 points. The Huskies dominated St. John's from start to finish. Marquette took care of business in Milwaukee, beating Creighton 67-49. They moved on to 3-0 after the new year. Marquette's defense really set the tone. They held Creighton to 23% from the three-point line and only 30% from the field. Offensively, the Golden Eagles were led by Olivia Porter, who had a career high of 23 points and 5 three-pointers. She took advantage of Creighton's open looks and played her role perfectly within the offense. Marquette had 4 players in double digits, showcasing their balance and variety of offensive threats. Skyward Forbes added a double-double with 12 points and 10 rebounds. From there, the action shifted to Villanova, where they faced Xavier and won 67-50. They needed this win after a loss versus Marquette in the previous week. Villanova got it done on the perimeter once again. They knocked down 15 threes and shot it 47% from beyond the arc. The Wildcats moved the ball much better in this game. They finished with 21 assists on 25 made baskets. Defensively, they were an active group, adding 13 steals. Jasmine Vasca led the way with 15 points and 7 assists, while Kelsey Jones had a big night, scoring 18 points and hitting 6 threes. Next up, Seton Hall went on the road and faced Providence. They came away with a 58-48 win. Seton Hall had balanced scoring with 4 players in double digits. Jordan Cudillo led the way with 17 points, while Shaylin Pinckney added 14. Mariana Valenzuela was also active on both ends, finishing with 10 points and 9 rebounds. Zahara Bishop also filled up the stat sheet with 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. A team win for Seton Hall. Flashing ahead to Saturday, St. John's answered after their loss versus UConn. They had a 10-point win versus Butler. The teams were pretty evenly matched statistically, but the big difference came with points off turnovers. St. John's forced 12 turnovers for Butler. They had 12 points off those turnovers. They also won the rebounding battle, which helped to create separation as well. Offensively, Beautiful Wahid continued her beautiful ways. She had 16 points, knocking down 4 threes, and made an impact on both ends of the floor with 6 rebounds and an impressive 5 blocks on the defensive end. UConn puts on another show, blowing past Creighton 95-54. Sarah Strong cannot be talked about enough. The way she fills up a stat sheet is just so incredible. She had 18 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 steals. She impacts the game in every way possible. Blanca Quinones continuing her freshman ways. She gave UConn a huge lift off the bench, 15 points in just 19 minutes of play. The final game of the weekend took place in Providence, where Villanova dominated on the road, cruising past the Friars 85-55. They went on to 7-1 in conference play. Villanova was balanced and in control offensively, led by Bryn McCurry, who finished with 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. Jasmine Bosco followed with 19 points and 7 assists, while Kelsey Jones continued her strong week by adding 11 points. That's it for your Big East Women's Basketball Rewind. I'm Chloe Marotta. I will be back next week for more.